Tens of millions of wintering waterfowl once used the Central Valley of California. The wetlands formed by the flows of the Sacramento River to the north, the San Joaquin River to the south, the Mokelumne and Cosumnes rivers between, formed one of the largest freshwater deltas in the world. In the mid-1800s, these wetlands were estimated at 5 million acres. By the 2000s, we've lost over 95% of these wetlands. So how did we get from there to where we are today? And how can we learn not to make those same mistakes in the future? The reasons for the loss of wetlands come in many colors. First, the wild rivers were dammed and water was diverted for a growing thirsty population and for the agricultural to feed that population. Millions of acres were repurposed from wetlands to irrigated fields, growing a large diversity of crops. As our populations continued to grow, urban encroachment took its bite out of the wetlands. Of the water that was released from the dams, much of it was rechanneled and never again replenished the wetlands initially formed by those waters. The effects of this huge loss of wetlands had an equally huge effect on the animals that lived in and seasonally used the wetlands. The waterfowl that once numbered in the tens of millions were reduced to the 4 to 5 million range. The mammals that once roamed the wetlands included elk, antelope, mule deer, wolves, and even the grizzly bear have all long vanished from the area. Today, we still have coyotes, foxes, squirrels, rabbits, possums, raccoons, rats, and mice amongst the residents. We are on the cusp of losing the Fresno kangaroo rat, the kit fox, and a species of ferret. The reptile populations have also plummeted. The giant garter snake and the San Joaquin whip snake are examples of other threatened species. So here we are today, attempting to slow, if not stop, this erosion of our wetlands. A large part of today's remaining wetlands in California resides in the grasslands of Fresno, Merced, Stanislaus, and San Joaquin counties. Much of this acreage is supplied water by the Grasslands Water District and is under the protection of the Grasslands Resource Conservation District of Merced County. The Grasslands Fund was formed as a 501c3 nonprofit organization devoted to the protection, conservation, and legal defense of the grasslands, its water supplies, habitat, and sporting traditions. The Grassland Fund works on many levels to achieve its stated goals. First, it works closely with important partners such as Ducks Unlimited, California Waterfowl Association, the Nature Conservancy, and many other charitable organizations throughout the state with the common goal of protecting the wetlands. At another level, the Fund realizes that the education of future generations is vitally important. The Grassland Fund underwrites the operating expenses of the Grassland Environmental Education Center in Los Banos, California, where thousands of school children annually are exposed to the wetlands firsthand with tours and hands-on experiences. Here, students learn the unbreakable bond between the water and the multitude of plants and animals that rely on this resource for life itself. And they learn that mistakes made today can cause severe consequences for future generations. A third major level of the Fund's goal is the legal defense of the wetlands. The many bills put forth on both state and federal levels must be evaluated to establish both the short-term and long-term effects on the grasslands. This requires working closely with our legal advisors to ensure the protection we have committed to. These major levels of commitment require large sums of money annually to achieve our goals. The Grassland Fund concentrates its efforts here in the Central California wetlands where the results of our efforts are most evident. We are asking for your support of the Grasslands Fund. This can be accomplished through individual donations to the fund or through our Grassland Heritage Program, where a multi-year commitment can be tailored to your individual level of donation. The Grassland Heritage Program is a 5-year commitment to protect our wetlands. The individual levels of donation are customized to meet the comfort level of the individual or corporate donor. The levels are as follows. Platinum level, $3,000 per year for 5 years. Gold level, $2,000 per year for 5 years. Silver level, $1,000 per year for 5 years. Bronze level, $250 per year for 5 years. The platinum, gold, and silver donor levels receive names engraved on permanent plaques displayed at the Grasslands Water District office. They also receive an individual wall plaque suitable for display in the home or office. The bronze level donors receive a certificate of donation suitable for framing. Please contact the Grasslands Fund through the office at the Grasslands Water District and talk with one of our dedicated employees on how you can help make a difference in preserving the last Central Valley wetlands for future generations. You may also contact us directly through the website listed below. Thank you for your consideration.